Hi everyone, this is Key. This video is about what is the 8-week success bootcamp. Why did I design it the way I did with assignments before and some activities after? Why is it put together the way it is? And really to be more practical, who are the agents and the brokers and the team leaders who are going to benefit from it the most? So I'm going to start with two essential questions in our industry. Nearly 80% of all of the production in real estate is done about with 25 to 30% of the agents in the business, well, like about 20% or more. And the question is, why is that? Are some of them born to be realtors? Or is it because there's something that this crowd of 20-25% agents develop the right mindset, the right training, the right way of approaching their business that helps them become what I would call successful in their own terms? Not successful externally, but successful from the inside out. And the second question is, why is it that the ratio between listing agents and buyer's agents is so weird? It's not 50-50. You only need 25% of agents to do all of the listing in the United States. Why is that? Why some of them have the mindset to be hunters, prospectors, listing agents, and the rest live on less than 8 transactions a year? Those are the two fundamental questions of real estate as an industry. And my bootcamp, when I designed it to address that. To designed it to go, there's a discrepancy here, and it cannot be just personality. It has to be some fundamental ideas. So let me first talk about the weaknesses or fundamental skills that agents have. There are 5 areas that agents need to master to become what I would call prospecting agents, agents who make a living at real estate full time, enjoy doing so, and are balanced between the listings and the buyer side just right. There are 5 areas. The first area is called the business attitude and planning of the agent. Some agents come to this business with still the mindset of an employee, of an order taker. And there's got to be some changes to put them into the mindset of an entrepreneur. That is a shift. You can't just go from being an employee, getting paid for the hours you work, and then become an entrepreneur, getting paid for the results you get, and not have a shift, an alteration in the way you behave, an alteration in the way you approach your day. So business attitude and planning is one of the areas of mastery that very few agents do. The second one is called consistency in prospecting, especially developing prospecting skills that force you to be prospecting on a regular basis, but not only that, getting people to say yes to you. That is a very important skill to master. Not every agent is a prospector. Most agents come to the business thinking that they are order takers. They come in, the broker puts them in front of the phone, and they take the order. And that's not real estate. So if we can have mastery over how to become better prospectors, then you are now getting closer to running your business as an entrepreneur. The third one is controlling your presentation skills. You're going to have to talk to people. Buyers consultations, listing appointments, listing presentation. How do you handle those? How do you make those in such a way that when you walk in, By the time you walk out, you have either the listing or the buyer's agreement to help those people achieve their dreams. The fourth one is time management, or more precisely, time blocking. A lot of agents wake up in the morning without any sense of how their day should flow. They follow the flow of their day, but they don't create the flow of their day. And their daily habits are all over the place. They are lacking a little bit more structure in their daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly habits and time blocking. And finally, one of the areas of what I would call weakness or challenge or dereliction in this business is mental toughness. The ability to have the stamina to ask for business and not be shaken when somebody says no, or having to lose a deal that you worked on so hard and not go, I give up. It's a mindset. It's a way of thinking. It's a way of approaching your business. And a lot of agents don't realize that's a skill. See, most people think you're supposed to be born tough. And you're born tough, so you stay tough. No, you become tough. You develop it. You don't have all the answers, but you learn the skills that will make you master these 5 areas. Excellence in real estate is the mastery of these 5 ideas. Good training, good boot camps, which I consider myself somebody who gives a good boot camp, is driven by mastery of these 5 ideas. Those who do well with these 5 ideas do well for life. First of all, they never have a second job. They tend to actually go on in life to do other things. They become leaders. I've seen a lot of them become mayors and governors, or they become really leaders in their communities. Why? Because they understood these 5 fundamentals ideas, but not only that, they understood them as skills. We need to stop thinking that realtors are natural. Like, hey, he's a natural baseball player. No. Yes, there are people who have what I call an ability. Michael Jordan was a great basketball player, but you know something? He worked at his craft. He had 2 coaches. He had a mindset coach, somebody who could help him deal with what's called the pressure of the game, but he also had a coach who helped him with the technique of the game, how to become a better look at the play in a bigger way, how to become good at connecting and always getting the results you want. For me, the reason the bootcamp exists, the reason I designed it, is those 5 areas are not something you're born with, they are skills you develop. And the agents who are going through these ideas start realizing, wait a second, maybe I have the desire, but maybe I have not polished my skills. Maybe I have not forged my skill hard enough for them to help me. So let me give you some things. Why did I design it this way? Okay, remember, it's an 8-week boot camp. Therefore, you're going to be 8 weeks working on this business we call real estate. But 2 to 3 weeks before, when you register, you're going through a process of interacting with me and doing some homework before even the class starts. So when the class starts, you're now in the class for 8 weeks. And then after the class finishes, there's another 2 weeks of work that you have to do so that you can wrap up the whole program. Well, if you heard me correctly, that's about 3 months. Why did I do it that way? Because a habit, for it to stick, need to be around you for about 8 weeks. Any habit, it doesn't matter what it is, what the habit is. Sleep, eating properly, whatever habits you want to develop, it takes 6 to 8 weeks for a habit to kick in. So the 8 weeks are for the major habits. The 12 weeks is to get you ready. 2 weeks prior to get you ready for the course, and 2 weeks after so you can sustain the habit. See, if you forge good business habits that you learn from others and then you tweak them to fit your personality, and then you take them with you, now you're control of your faith. Now you're controlling where you're going and how you're running your business. Now, this boot camp came after 11 years of work as a business coach, as a team coach, as a trainer. I've been doing this for 11 years. And I noticed that a lot of people like to come to my workshops and they always learn something that takes them to the next level. But there was always a group of agents who wanted to go, how can I be with this program, these ideas, for an extended period of time so I can take them and they become mine for my life? And that's how I came up with the boot camp. I consider this kind of a group mentoring, coaching at the group level. This is why the group is small. My boot camps, I only take 24. Rarely do I go above 30. One time I went to 28. So 20 to 24 people is the right number. Why? Because the people will work together. So you're now part of a group. So now you're going to support each other to a success partnership that you're going to have with other people. But at the same time, I have that individual knowledge of your progression. And each person progresses differently. Some progress very quickly, let's say in mental attitude, but they struggle with the internet. That happens. Some people do very well with scripts, but others have a hard time even saying their name. So each one comes with their own challenges. But because we work as a group, and I am leading that group to create a coaching, mentoring, success partnership and collaboration and accountability, holding you accountable for what you do. Therefore, you are going to keep moving forward. You'll be making mistakes, learning from them, moving forward, making mistakes, learning something better, other learning from you, you learning from others, and moving forward. All of a sudden, because you are in it, immersed for about 8 weeks in the course, and then 2 weeks before and then 2 weeks after, which is a total of 12 weeks. Now it's easier to develop those habits and take them with you. Now, who benefits from my courses? Everybody. Well, there are people who don't really want to succeed. There are people who want to be given things. I'm not that person. I'm sure there are other trainers and coaches who give things. I don't know what they do, but I'm sure there are. But I can tell you this. Brokers, I've had people who've been in the business 20 years. I had people who've never been in business in real estate. I had brokers, I had team leaders, I had administrators take the course, because my course is all encompassing. It's more about you than it is about other people. The only thing I cannot do is I cannot create the burning desire for success for you. If you don't have at least an ember, a flame, a small flame of desire to succeed, if you don't have that, I cannot ignite it. It's too cold. There's nothing there. But if you have that burning desire, but it's small, you're scared, you're not sure where you're going, but success is something you want. You're driven by it. You can see it. You can see others doing it and go, I can do that. I can do what she does. I see Sally doing well. I'm just like Sally. Why is she able to excel and not me? If you have that burning desire to excel, even if it's small, I will provide the oxygen to turn it into a burning fire. but it's a collaboration. It's you and I working together, but not just you and I and the other people in the course. This is why two of the requirements of the course is to be coachable and to be collaborative. Collaborative means you work with others. And I'm going to share with you a secret about how I designed this course. People register 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes 4 weeks before the course. We go through an interview process, and then I give them 4 assignments. I give them the first assignment, they work on it, they call me back, we discuss it, then I give them a second assignment. The course has not started yet. So 2 to 3 weeks before, they're going to 3 or 4 assignments. And you know what I found? The one who don't have it, the one who are not ready for this, they don't call again. They just go away. They self-select themselves out of the way. They realize, whoa, this is not how to make money. This is not an infomercial. This is work. I have to learn. I have to do some work. He's given me assignments and he's expecting me to check them out. He's going to hold me accountable. And why do I do that? The reason I did that is the people in the class need to be of the same mindset. Not they are the same. They don't have to be the same. But they want to be, I'm striving to succeed. I'm going in that direction. I want to do well in my life. I'm tired of not winning. I want to do well. I want to excel at what I do. So when you put a group of people like that, oh my God, they are capable of doing amazing things. But if you throw in the people who are not really motivated, who are there because my broker sent me, I eliminate them. By the way, I don't even eliminate them. They eliminate themselves. The only thing I say, hey, did you get the first assignment? He goes, yeah, I got it. Did you work on it? Well, I didn't have time this week. Will you have time next week? They go, well, I'm going to see. Guess what? They know if they don't get it back to me, they're not going to be in the class. So they self-select out. And I'm telling you something, there is something special when people choose to suck. If somebody doesn't want to do something because of, maybe somebody is pushing them to do it, maybe they're not ready to do it, and somebody is telling them you have to do it. Well, guess what? If they self-select out, there is nothing wrong. They are not ready to do the course. But there is a group of agents who want to do it. Those participants are the 50% who are not dabblers. In our industry, 50% of all real estate agents and brokers are really not real estate agents and brokers. They are dabblers. They're dabbling. They're doing this and doing that, whatever. They're doing whatever they want to do. And they are not really realtors, and they are really not brokers. They're just there because they took the class and they got their license, and somebody said, okay, I'm going to have you in the school. But the truth of the matter is, I don't want those 50%. If you're one of those 50%, first of all, you would not be listening to me right now. But there's another 50% for whom real estate is a drive. It's a way to excel and do really well. Now, not all of that 50% want to work with me because my style is different. But there's about 30 to 35% of them who really do well in this class. And what is the bottom line? Think about it at the end of the day. At the end of the day, we need to become listing agents. We need to create listings all the time. How often? I'm going to tell you. If you created 2 listings a month, you are now in the top 5% of all agents. If you did 1 listing a week, which is really doable if you wanted to, you're now in the top 0.5% of all agents in the country. There is a group of agents for whom real estate is not just about making money. although there's a lot of money there. It's about excellence. It's about pushing themselves to go to that next level. And the next level is to work on what's hard. You know what's hard? Getting listings. You, by the way, you work less in time, but you work harder emotionally when you are a listing agent. They have a desire to go to the next level. So let me give you some fundamentals of this course very quickly. I'm sure you can Google me and find out when I talk about this course. I've designed it to be 8 Fridays in a row. The first, the fourth, and the 7th or 8th Friday, those are all day long. I pick a location, like the one I'm going to be doing in November is going to be in Germantown, or think of it as Milwaukee, north of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So there are 8 sessions. 3 of them are all day long. The first one, the 4th one, and the 7th one, or the 8th one. And those sessions are from 8:30 in the morning until 5:30 in the afternoon or in the evening. We're in the class all day long working on the program. The other 5 sessions are half a day. They are from 8:30 to 12 noon, but those ones are not in a same room. You're not going to be with everyone. You're going to be with your pod. You're going to be with 2 or 3 people in your group, your success partner, and we're going to do what's called a video conferencing. So 3 are physical, the others are through video conferencing, but you're connected to other people in your pod. There's a thing we do in the course called forming pods and groups and success partners. And you have what are called daily accountability, weekly accountability, monthly accountability, and quarterly accountability. So on every day, you're doing things. Now, is it hard work to do this course? Yes. Is it going to be demanding on you? I promise you it will. Is it going to push you to raise the bar on your excellence? You better believe it. Because for me, each one of you who wants to succeed in real estate, deep down, you don't want to suck. You really want to do well. You really want to look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm doing real estate the right way. I'm going about it the right way. I'm getting listings. People are calling me. My phone is ringing. I don't have to worry about the market. I don't have to worry about my expenses. I am making money, and I'm making people fulfill their dreams. That's why I love real estate. We help people who want to sell, and the people who want to buy. But that means we have to get our act together, not them. We fix ourselves before we help other people. So I have a list of requirements. I'm sure you can look them up online and find out what they are. Now, I'm going to put some topics in front of you here. These are the topics I cover. I have an additional expertise besides what we talked about, the mindset, the preparation, the running your business as a business, the prospecting, the getting listing. I'm also an internet strategist and an SEO expert. I can help you leverage the power of the internet to generate leads through social media, to video meta tags, through website landing pages, with proper keywords, with proper Google AdWords. So all of these ideas are integrated in the course because you cannot do the real estate without connecting with people on the internet. So, and all of these ideas, if you pause this video and watch what I wrote, all of these ideas, from internet spiders to keyword management to blog marketing to direct response marketing to video, are all connected. And you know what is the connection? Sellers. And you know what is sellers? Listings. Because buyers buy what is listed. And if you can have that epiphany, that understanding that all of these things are connected, then getting listing becomes easy. Therefore, having a career where you make more than $100,000 a year, which should be your minimum, is like a done deal. It's like, oh, I got this. Remember the first question I said? What is it that get the people who do? Why is it that 20%, 25% of agents do about 80% of all the deals? That's how they get it. They get it because they have the right mindset, they have the right habits, they have the right time blocks, they have the right planning, they have the right thinking. They work on this more than they work on other people. Now, some brokers like to create incentives for their agents. My philosophy has always been, if you're going to work with an entrepreneur, which is what a real estate agent is, you got to take them seriously. You got to treat them like adults. You cannot treat what I call an entrepreneur like an employee, because they are entrepreneurs. So brokers understand that for a training to work, the agent need to have skin in the game. Now, it's not like the brokers do not want to pay for the training. Many of them told me I would be glad to pay for it, but I don't want to pay for somebody who's not going to take it seriously. So here's what we devised. There's different ways of doing it. So there's some brokers, what they do, they tell their agent, listen, if you take this course, you're an entrepreneur, go ahead and pay for the course, jump in. I still want you to have the training for free, but I'm going to pay you based on results, not based on showing up. The way they do it is this way. I have one, for example, what he uses is they say each year there's an annual dues that you have to pay to keep your membership with Exit or whatever it is you're doing, could be the MLS, whatever it is, that is worth $380 or $400. I will pay that for you if you take the class and you generate 3 listings in the next 6 months. After you finish the training, you generate 3 listings within 6 months, and I will pay for your dues. So you, the agent, pay for the training. I will pay you back for the training, but not based on me paying for you to show up. I'll pay you based on results. I'll pay you based on your accomplishments. Now, why is this idea important? Now, remember, an entrepreneur is not an employee. An employee gets paid for the hours they spend working. An entrepreneur gets paid for the result they get. So if today they make 2 sales, they get a percentage of 2 sales. If tomorrow they get 0 sales, they get a percentage of that 0, which is 0. So what makes real estate exciting is you control your fate as a realtor. So you don't want people to pay for you. You want to pay for yourself and get paid based on results. I have another broker, what he does, he says to his agent, you take this course, for the next 6 months, every time you take a listing that sells, I'm going to give you $100 that you can use for your marketing, business cards, flyer, whatever you use, signage. So he gives them $100 in marketing dollars for 6 months. So if that agent does 7 listings, let's say, well, 7 listings times 100, that's $700. Think about it, $700. The course is only about $400. The agent made more money. See, brokers don't mind helping agents and paying for them. They just want you, the agent, to have skin in the game. So really, training is free, but the commitment is not free. The commitment comes from you. Let me end with these 2 ideas of one of my favorite books. If there's one thing you take away from talking to me today, if you enjoyed this, is get this book by Michael Gerber called The E-Myth Revisited. Here's the first thing he says, one of these quotes. Great businesses are not built by extraordinary people, but by ordinary people doing extraordinary things. See, a lot of people go, my God, that person, everybody gave them everything. Yes, some people are given everything. But you know something? 99% of all the businesses in America are done by people like you and I. They just went for it, they believed in themselves, they put everything they got in their heart, and they went for it. So the American dream, that idea of pursuing your dream, is still alive and it's still good. Here's the second quote. Most entrepreneurs fail because they are working in their business rather than working on their business. This one is a hard one. A lot of you who have never, if you've been an employee for a long time, this is hard to absorb. But let me give you a big picture of it. You can be a good electrician and you could do good electric work. But if you're a business of selling electricity or a business selling services as an electrician, you need to go find the business of people buying your electric services. So being a good electrician does not make you a businessman or a businesswoman who offers electric services to other people. Working on your business means having good planning, having good prospecting, generating sales. You could be a good buyer's agent, but you may not be a good agent because you cannot secure enough buyers. So to be a good buyer's agent, you need to also know how to prospect for buyers. That's the mindset of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is always looking to create the business that they're going to serve. I hope what I just shared with you gave you a big picture idea of what I do in my 8-week program. Obviously, you can tell I'm very excited about it. It is something that is something I enjoy doing. I like going from boot camp to boot camp to boot camp. And I have seen agents go from nothing to making a long time career. I have seen agents become brokers simply because they got it. They see the light, they go, I know where I'm going. I hope one day I see you in my classes. Have a good afternoon. Take care.